In Astana, a solemn welcoming ceremony was held for Russian President Vladimir Putin, who arrived in Kazakhstan on a state visit. At the Palace of Independence, he was personally welcomed by President Kassym-Jomart Tokayev. In honor of the distinguished guest, fighter jets of Kazakhstan's air defense forces performed a demonstration flyover, painting the sky in the colors of the Russian flag. After the national anthems were played, the two leaders introduced their official delegations. The presidents then held talks in a narrow format. Kassym-Jomart Tokayev warmly greeted Vladimir Putin, noting that he views the state visit of the Russian president as a highly significant event for the further development of the strategic partnership and allied relations between Kazakhstan and Russia.
Это событие имеет огромное значение с точки зрения развития.
This event is of great importance for the development of strategic partnership and allied relations between our countries. I also believe it is important for ensuring security and stability on the Eurasian continent, as our countries essentially form the foundation of this vast Eurasian space.
Данного огромного евразийского пространства.
In turn, President Putin thanked President Tokayev for the warm welcome. We had the pleasure of hosting you on a state visit last year. At that time, significant work was carried out to take further steps toward deepening and expanding the strategic partnership, which is truly based on strong traditions of friendship and mutual respect that have defined the centuries-long coexistence of our peoples, including within a single state. I am confident that our work over these days, today and tomorrow, will also be highly productive. Talks between Tokayev and Putin continued in an expanded format with the participation of members of the official delegations. The head of state noted that cooperation, particularly in the economic sphere, is developing successfully. Trade turnover is projected at $30 billion. Russia remains the largest investor in Kazakhstan's economy, with total investments exceeding $29 billion, while Kazakhstan has invested more than $9 billion. Of 177 joint investment projects worth over $53 billion, the majority have already been implemented. The two countries also regularly hold the Interregional Cooperation Forum, which will take place this August in Omsk, Russia. There are no so-called contentious issues between our countries. There is only positive momentum, and we are steadily expanding cooperation through new initiatives and joint projects. In this regard, I would like to particularly highlight the importance of the joint statement adopted today on the 7 principles of friendship and good neighborliness between the peoples of Kazakhstan and Russia. This document reflects the spirit of our bilateral relations and reaffirms our shared commitment to deepening them on a solid and, importantly, long-term foundation. Special attention was also given to cooperation between Kazakhstan and Russia within various multilateral platforms, particularly in the Central Asia-Russia format. According to Tokayev, cooperation in the cultural and humanitarian sphere deserves particular attention. He noted that the third Games of the Future, to be held in Astana this summer, will help strengthen ties among young people. The implementation of this serious project will also contribute to the training of qualified specialists through the opening of new schools in Almaty and Astana. Following the talks, Tokayev and Putin adopted a joint statement on the 7 principles of friendship and good neighborliness between the peoples of Kazakhstan and Russia. The two sides also exchanged 12 intergovernmental and interagency documents. In addition, 2 memorandums were signed as part of the visit.